Hello. If you're new, welcome, and allow me to provide some context. At the end of 2023, I decided to take a year off from work to explore other creative projects in my life, like YouTube. It's been 6 months since then, and so far, it's been pretty good. I have spoken to a few people thinking of doing the same thing, and so I thought it would be helpful for me to share some things that I have learned so far from this experience. Obviously, different people will have different reasons for taking time off work, and mine will most likely differ from yours. However, I hope these lessons will help you to foresee any potential challenges or opportunities, and it will help your time off be a successful one. So without further ado, here's what I learned from 6 months of unemployment so far. Number 1. Beware Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law comes from an essay published in The Economist in the 50s, and it describes how work expands to fill the time available for its completion. For example, have you ever had some chores that you needed to do around the house before you head out to lunch with your friends and you had already planned the time for it, but then they cancelled, and so you decided to take your time with those chores instead, and somehow it still ends up taking most of the day in the end? That is Parkinson's in action. Call it bad time management if you want, but just because you have more time doesn't always mean you have more time. For me, it meant I really struggled in the beginning to balance time to work on my projects versus chores around the house, especially as my partner is still working full-time and I am not. No matter the time of the day, there always seemed to be a chore around the house that needed to be done, and I was always available to do it. Things like vacuuming, laundry, folding, dishes, groceries, errands, cooking, even just tidying up regularly can all add up to more hours a week than you suspect. And more than anything, it really sapped my motivation and energy to pursue my creative interests, because it felt like I'd lost all the daylight to insignificant tasks that were in no way related to my dreams and ambitions. I'm much better now since implementing a more rigorous and structured schedule, but it would have been really helpful to have known from the beginning how important it is to still be mindful of how you spend your time, even without full-time work to shape the hours of your days. Number 2. Rest intentionally and often. Of course, I wanted to take advantage of this time off to spend some time resting and decompressing properly, the way they write about in online articles where they talk about rejuvenation and respite. However, what I didn't know is that rest is not an annual fee on your credit card that you can just pay by going to Europe for 3 weeks a year. If you've ever come back from a holiday feeling like you need a holiday to recover from your holiday, you know what I mean. I realized that rest is cyclical, and it needed to be deeply unique to you. For me, as someone who's more introverted than other people think, I realized this looks like regularly having a day just to myself, away from chores, social meetings, and the expectation to work on projects. It means protecting your time, even from yourself, and saying no to things that can wait or don't matter. You never have a better time to manage your own schedule than during an adult gap year, so use that to your advantage to really learn about yourself and how you rest best. Which means resting intentionally. This means no doom scrolling after a meal or mindlessly rotting in bed in the mornings just because you don't fancy getting up. If you're doing something to rest, know that you're doing it because it's what you really need right now and will make you feel better in the long run. Tune into your bodies and feelings if you can, and take what you need without shame. see if we can find some parking. Don't know if this is the best place, but I don't usually park in these areas. Oh no, it looks right. Oh no, plenty. Oh, actually, you know what? There is no need to crowd with other people. There are so many parking spots here. Wonderful. Okay. Number 3, be your own dream boss. When you decide to become self-managed, which we all are, irregardless of employment, we become our own boss and vice versa, our own employee. This is a helpful dynamic for managing your time and resources. As the boss, your job is to set goals, plan for success, and to police and inspire productivity when the work gets hard. However, as a boss, it also means ensuring your employee receives and is using, this is the most important part, the appropriate benefits. This looks like annual leave, sick leave, bonuses and rewards for meeting milestones, recognition and celebration, and support for growth. Think about the ideal boss that you would want at a workplace and how they would treat their employees. The only difference between them and who you can be as a boss is your own view of your worth and what you think you deserve as an employee. So make sure, if you're going to have this opportunity to work for your dream boss, that you show up as one so that you can really make the most of this time with someone who you know is undoubtedly 100% in your corner. That's actually quite nice. I literally watch unboxings on TikTok where they have like the entire box of 9 and they just unbox every single one. And it's like this stuff. So yeah, just check it out. I won't buy anything though. Not today. Number 4. Make the goal progress and not perfection. When I first started creating videos at the start of this year, I was so hung up on all of the flaws that I could see in them. I told my friends that I didn't like the videos I'd edited, and I was thinking of not even uploading them and just giving up. They were really supportive and reminded me that these were my literal first few videos and that I would need to trust that with quantity and practice, I would improve. It's totally unreasonable to expect that your first few attempts will be anywhere near perfect, and it shouldn't be an excuse to not share it for wider feedback. Even now, while I'm working on this video, I still get hit by waves of, this isn't good, and it's not worth sharing because no one will like it. But I know that that's just my perfectionism speaking, and that it's more important to just keep going. I mean, so what if the thing you made isn't perfect? So what if it's messy, or if it's unpolished, or God forbid, it's just plain bad? That shouldn't mean you should scrap it or give up. If you're serious about achieving your dreams and building your skills, the best thing that you can do is to keep making progress. You never know. You might look back one day and surprise yourself with just how much you've changed since day one. We are back. What am I saying? I hope you've learned something over the past however many minutes this video will end up being. And I hope if you are trying to decide if you should take a similar decision in your life, in your career, these will help you make that decision, and just know that there is no wrong decision. It's just what you feel that you want, and trust that you'll get through it either way. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another one.